Black women! Protect black women. Protect our little girls. Protect our black girls. Yes. It's Juneteenth. Hey, it's Juneteenth. Hey, hey. Where the black folks? Where the black folks? Where the black folks? We here to. Today is Juneteenth. What's good and what's up? It's Parker. Back with another video. Today we're discussing. I just want to get this out because I just think it's kind of funny. We're discussing the president claiming that he has given all this attention to Juneteenth and that nobody heard about it until he said something. Interesting. Okay, so that just kind of threw me. I don't really. What? Nah, fam. That is you. No, you did not. You did not do that. You did not. So, yeah, I don't know all the details of it because I haven't been on social media. I haven't really been watching the news as much. When George Floyd was murdered, it was in the middle of my short-term disability, and I was very, very emotional. And I just was not feeling up to creating content at the time. And I feel kind of guilty for that. And at the same time, I don't feel guilty for that because we as a nation of black and brown people that have been in the United States our whole life, we have to grieve through this. We have to heal through this. And I needed to take some time to do that. I was not going to have the energy that I need to produce the interaction that I'm normally producing. So that's why I just couldn't make stuff. And I feel bad, but at the same time I don't feel bad because I'm making stuff now. And what's that look? I sure did.
So, but baby, what you got? What you got? What you got up under this? Like, you just snatched it off on camera like that?
I showed it.
And don't give a fuck.
And don't.
And don't. And don't give Black women. Protect black women. Protect our little girls. Protect our black girls. Yes, all of that. All of that being said, I am back. And I got some good news. Good news. I'm back to my old role at work. Yes! 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 Oh, man. That was the first thing that I knew when I started working the next day after I came back from short term. And that was the best news that I could have ever got, is to know that I don't have to do that customer care anymore. Woo-hoo! Score one for Parker. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. My prayers were answered for sure. Moving on, let's get right into this whole presidential thing. This is from CNN, by the way.
The president gave an interview to the Wall Street Journal in which he says he made Juneteenth famous, that, quote, nobody had ever heard of it before. Juneteenth, of course, commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S., and as you know, he rescheduled his Tulsa rally because of backlash against holding it on that date amid racial tensions in the nation, especially in a city where a racist massacre in 1921 left the once prosperous black district burned to the ground, more than 10,000 of the black residents there homeless, and an estimated 300 dead. Let's bring in Wall Street Journal White House reporter Michael Bender. So, Michael, tell us about this interview, especially the president's comments here about Juneteenth, because it seems like an admission that he didn't know what Juneteenth was.
I think that's correct. We talked about that a little bit in the context of him having to change the date of his rally. And he told me that he started polling people around him, as he usually does on any range of subjects, about what Juneteenth was and who knew what about it. He couldn't find anyone, he told me, who knew what Juneteenth was until he asked a black Secret Service agent who informed him, as you said, that it's a the commemoration of of freeing the slaves.
That's stunning. I wonder what your reaction is to the president having no idea what this is.
Now it's Don
and surrounding
Lemon.
himself with people who have no idea what this is and scheduling his rally in the middle of racial unrest on this day.
Well, I laugh for two things. One, because it is funny. And two, because it's laughable. Right?
Yes!
I'm serious. The President of the United States should know what Juneteenth is, but this president doesn't know. And pretending that he did and that he made Juneteenth famous, everyone knows that that is a farce and that it's what he does on a daily basis. It is a lie. This president he doesn't know about history in general. So why would he know about something like Juneteenth when it relates to African Americans and the struggle that black people have had in this country? He doesn't know. He didn't know who Frederick Douglass was. He thought Frederick Douglass was still alive. So
What?
It's sad that we have a leader that knows so much, so little about so much in this country right now, especially when it comes to policing, when it comes to systemic racism. That I understand, and I think you're probably going to talk about it, that he's saying, well,
Yeah.
there is some systemic, you can't have some systemic racism.
Hold on. So so he didn't know that Frederick Douglass was dead? That's what I need. We need to talk about that. I didn't even know that he didn't know. It just, what the hell? It doesn't surprise me one bit.
I am very proud now that we have a museum in the National Mall where people can learn about Reverend King, so many other things. Frederick Douglass is an example of somebody who's done an amazing job and is being recognized more and more, I notice.
Today he made the comment about Frederick Douglass being recognized more and more. Do you have any idea what specifically he was referring to?
Well, I think there's contributions. I think he wants to highlight the contributions that he has made. And I think through a lot of the actions and statements that he's going to make, I think the contributions of Frederick Douglass will become more and more.
It doesn't surprise me that man don't know what Juneteenth is and that he had to ask all of his friends in the White House, and then it turned out to be the man that's protecting him. Here we are again, helping out white people and educating y'all. It's infuriating that we have to educate white people on the injustices that we have had and continue to have to deal with on a regular basis. And his Secret Service agent told him what Juneteenth is. And then he says nobody had ever heard of it. I made Juneteenth famous. Bruh, we've been knowing what Juneteenth is for years and having the red velvet cake. Bruh, we already know what it is. And honestly, Juneteenth should have been celebrated 2 years before when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which actually ended and abolished slavery and allowed the enslaved people to be free. But they had 2 more years of that crap, right? And the fact that he doesn't know that that Frederick Douglass is dead, that man been dead for over 50 years. So, come on, bro. What am I talking about? Come on. Of course he doesn't know this stuff. This is why we have to vote. This is why we have to vote.
I don't care who you are or where you work. Get your ass out and vote. This ain't the election to sit home and lurk. Get your ass out and vote.
Juneteenth, for y'all that don't know, is one of the oldest celebrations of the end of slavery. It commemorates on June 19th of 1855. This is when a Union Major General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, Texas, and told a group of enslaved black people that the Civil War was ended and y'all are free. Now, we can unpack that whole rest of that from 1855 up until 2020. We could unpack that at a later time. I encourage you to watch the documentary 13th on Netflix by Ava DuVernay. incredible documentary. It basically is the sequel to Juneteenth, you know, in a way. And Juneteenth is something that we all have known about. And if white people didn't know about it, I don't think that the president made it famous. That is a farce. That is a lie, because he did not make it famous. Because we have known about this we black children growing up in the United States know what it is. And we definitely know what it is this year with the racial unrest that's been going on in the United States. Major companies are now making Juneteenth a paid holiday, including Target and Nike. So it's great to see this happening. I'm glad to see it happening. I'm not even going to go into the fact that this is something that, you know, why do we have to be murdered and killed on camera for this to be a paid holiday? Again, black people have been murdered and killed by police, white supremacists, and the like for the entire hundreds of years that we've been oppressed. However, in the past 10 years, we've got camera phones and people have a voice, and there's proof of what actually has been happening. The worst thing of it all is that these police officers and these white supremacists and these Karens that are calling these folks and doing all of this, they're not being held accountable. That's the problem. They're not being held accountable in a court of law, in a jury of their peers, the way that the country, you know, the Constitution, all of that is supposed to be. We're still at a disadvantage. However, any growth is good growth. So kudos to Nike and Target for giving your employees a federal paid holiday for Juneteenth. Alright, so next on our favorite segment, our favorite news segment of the show, is Black Pop Culture Moment. And today I am focusing on the 2018 movie Black Panther! Yes! That is the freaking movie of my life. I love that movie. I went and saw it 3 times, and it came out in February of 2018. And so since it was during Black History Month, I had to make sure I went during Black History Month. Then I went on my birthday, and then I went with my family earlier in March. And every time was incredible. The first time, though, I had chills when the sun would hit Lupita's beautiful dark skin, and when it was just Chadwick and tonight. Oh my God, Daniel, Forrest Whitaker, and Angela Bassett. I mean, such a beautiful representation of Black people, Black love, Black support, unity. We got power. We got Wakanda forever. We had the, vibranium. I need somebody who don't want vibranium. Tell me somebody who don't want vibranium, okay? And that's what they're, everything in life could ever happen, would happen, is happening because of the Black. My dog. Okay, so this is true story. His name is Prince because of Black Panther. Now, he's a black lab, and the way he moves is really slinky. So I always thought he looks like a Black Panther. And then I thought, Prince T'Challa. Prince. And that's his name. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give us a like. If you really like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just hit it. It doesn't hurt. And please, turn on the notifications so you can get some information when I'm posting new content, which will be soon. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for everything as a community. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers. I'm at 82. I would love to get to 90. Let's get to 90 by the end of the month. That's the goal. I want 90 subs by the end of the month. I think I can do it, so please share the video if you really, really love me. All right, thanks again for watching, y'all. Peace. Love. Bye. And have a good Juneteenth.